Welcome back, students. We have seen the definition of closed sets and some results of a set, and also we have seen when a subset is closed in a subspace. Okay. Now today we will see a definition of closure of a set. In the course of matrix spaces, you might have already studied the closure of a set, and if you remember, in that we have defined that a closure, and we have denoted it by a bar, and this we have used the definition as A union A dash. So it is A union the derived set of A, dA. Right? The dash means the derived set of A. So you take set A, you take the derived set of A and take the union. That's how you define the closure of A. Okay. So but here we will slightly modify it. There are equivalent definitions that we can check. So let's define closure of a set. Closure of a set. Let us take subset of X, and then also we will see what will be the closure in the subspace topology in this video itself. So maybe a slightly lengthier video you may get. Anyways, so let us take that X be a topological space, be a topological space, and let us take a subset E of X. Okay, so let us again, we will try to see if we can draw the diagram. This is the whole of X, and this is your A. Okay, the closure of A, again we will state where we are taking the closure. The closure of A in X, in a topological space X, is defined as the intersection of all closed subsets of X containing A, containing A. Okay, this you have. Now you take all those closed subsets of X which contains A. You find all the closed subsets of X which contains A, and then from that collection you take the intersection of all. And when you take the intersection of all, that intersection is nothing but the closure of A. Okay, that is, if you want to write in the set theoretical notation, this will be intersection of all the subsets of X, so B subset of X, such that some condition is true, such that this containing A, so A is a subset of B, so you take all those subsets of X which contains A, so obviously A will be subset of B, and this B, you are taking the intersection of all the closed subsets, so B is closed, of course, in X. So you find all those subsets which are closed and which contains A, and then take the intersection. That intersection is nothing but the closure of A in X. So notation, it is denoted by closure of A in X. So CLA suffix X we will write. So this suffix X denotes we are taking the closure of A in this X. So in coming time we will write Y, maybe a subspace topology or some other spaces. Okay, so this notation means it's the closure CL of A in the topological space X. Okay, let us take some example. I hope you have understood the definition. So example, what will be the closure of the space? First, then what will be the closure of empty set in the space? This is empty set. So here you have to take you have to take the intersection. You have to take the intersection of all those closed subsets which contains x, because here you are finding the you are finding the closure of x. The only subset which contains x is x itself, because x is a universal set now, and of course you know that x is also closed, right? So this implies this will be x, and again you are taking the intersection of all those subsets which are closed in x and which contains empty set. And also you know that empty set contains an empty set, and empty set is closed. That means this empty set is also in the given collection. And when you take the intersection of all those collections, since empty set is here, the intersection will be empty, and hence the closure of empty set in the space will be empty set. Read the explanation by yourself. Let's take the next observation. Now if you see here, you are taking all those subsets of x which are closed in x, and then you are taking the intersection of all those closed subsets. And we already proved that arbitrary intersection of closed set is again a closed set, and this implies the closure of A in X will be a closed set in X. Okay, that is observation. You write the proof. So closure of A in X is closed in X. Explanation already I have given, so write it. Next example. Again it's observation. Proof you can write by yourself. Here. Now here you are taking all those subsets which are closed and which contains A. So if you take any set here in this set, it will contain A. And of course, if you take the intersection of all those sets, again that intersection also will contain A. And that is our next observation. This A is contained inside closure of A in X. Okay, you can work in, you can give a proof of this also. You take a X here, that is you take X belongs to A and show that X belongs to closure of A. Okay, again next observation. Here we already stated that closure of A is closed in X. Now since it's closed in X, this is closed in X, what if A is closed? What if A is closed? So let me write A is closed. So in the definition, suppose A is closed, then of course this is set of all those subsets which contains A and which are closed. And here A is closed. That means this set will have A and the supersets of A which satisfy some condition. Now when you take the intersection of this, you will have A. So suppose A is closed, then closure of A in X will be equals to A. Okay, and if closure of A is equals to A, then here we already stated that closure of A is closed in X. This implies A will be closed in X, right? So A is closed in X if and only if closure of A in X is equals to A. Proof just stated. Okay, so just by looking at this or by looking at the definition, you cannot simply find the closure of a set. So to show that something is a closure, you have to have a proper result, right? And the next theorem will give you a criteria to check when it's a closure, when a point is in a closure. So let us take that the theorem. X belongs to closure of A in X. Of course, I'm assuming that A is a subset of X. Always we need not write it. Okay. If and only if, of course, this X should be in the space. So let me write in the bracket. X belongs to X. And there is a situation. Every open set containing containing X intersect X containing X intersect E. To write the proof of any theorem, it's very important. First thing, you should understand the statement of the theorem. What is your hypothesis? What you have to prove? What the theorem says? How the theorem will help you? If you understand this, then you are done with your 50% of the proof. If you are not understood this, even if you write the proof, you won't understand the proof. Mostly, but not always. So here it says you have a set A in X, right? And you have a closure of that A. That point, some point will be in the closure if and only if this situation happens, this condition happens. So in that, you take any open set which contains X, that open set should intersect A. In fact, when you have done the course on matrix spaces, this result we have already proved. Okay, but here let us go with this notations. So proof. So the situation over here is you have a whole space, say X, and in the space you have a set A, which is A, and then you have the closure of A. That means closure of A is nothing but all those subsets of X which are closed in X and which contains A. So let me take 2 more. So these are the closed sets. They may be they may have the intersection. They may have a proper subsets of the whole set or something like that. Let me take one more. Can be anyhow, but it should contain this A. Right? So you have sorry. This is A, and you have all these closed sets. Let me write here. These are closed subsets of X. And we already stated that if A is closed, then when you take the intersection of all those closed sets, it is obviously A. Right? That is done. In fact, I have written here. Right? A contains a closure of A. Suppose A is closed, then closure of A is equals to A. Those results you write. Now here, what you have to show is if X belongs to the closure, that is the intersection of all those closed sets, if and only if you take any open set, if arbitrarily if you take any open set which contains X, that should contain a point of A. Point of A. It may contain X. If that point may be equals to X, no problem. Okay. So let us try to prove this. So again here we have if and only if statement. So there are 2 ways to prove. One way is okay. So here we will check. Let us take this part first. Okay. So suppose every open set containing X intersects A. Let us assume this. To take any open set, it will intersect A. Now, you have to show that this X belongs to closure of A. To show that X belongs to closure of A in, this is what you have to show. That means you have to show that this X belongs to this intersection. And to show that this X belongs to this intersection, this X should belong to each of the sets in this intersection. And to show that, we take an arbitrary closed set in X which contains A and show that this X belongs to that set. And if you take the arbitrary set B, then obviously that X will belong to the intersection and then that X is in the closure of A in X. That is how we have to go about. So your claim is X belongs to closure of A. So let us take a closed set. which contains A. Let B be the subset of X be closed in X, and let us assume that A contains set B. That means you are taking a set, arbitrary set from the closure of A. Okay, now we have to show that this X belongs to B. Claim X belongs to B. So if X belongs to B, then this B is arbitrary. So X belongs to all the closed sets which contains A, and of course this implies X belongs to closure of A. You are done. Now suppose X does not belongs to B. Suppose X does not belongs to B. Your claim is X belongs to B, but let's see what happens if X does not belongs to B. So if X does not belongs to B, this implies this X will belongs to its complement, because you already know that X is in X. Okay, so if X does not belongs to B, then X should belongs to its complement, and we know that B is closed, and X difference B is since B is closed, X difference B is open in X. So let me just make it simpler. Let what should we take? Let us take U. U is equals to X difference B. Okay, this implies this X belongs to U and U is open in X. I have written this step unnecessarily. You can directly start with X difference B, no problem at all. Okay, now remember your assumption. Every open set containing X intersects A. Here we have assumed that if you take any open set which contains X, that should intersect A. And here we got a set. We got a set X U which contains X and which is open. That implies U intersection A has to be non-empty. That is your assumption. Okay, but if you see U intersection A is empty. You see here, argue for this, you see that U intersection A is empty, and that's a contradiction to your assumption, and hence this is not possible, and hence X belongs to B. And if X belongs to B, then X belongs to closure of A, and you are done. Okay, but why this intersection is empty? You can try by yourself. You can pause the video. You can answer this. Let me write. X, if you see A is a subset of B. X, A is a subset of B implies U intersection A is a subset of U intersection B. Right? If A is a subset of B and you take any other set, if you take the intersection, the same relation will be holding. And U intersection B, what is U? You have taken X difference B as U. So U intersection B will be X difference B intersection with B. So here you are taking a set, you are taking the complement of the set, and then you are taking intersection. So of course the intersection will be empty. So U intersection A is contained inside empty set, and of course that will imply that U intersection A is a empty set. This is contradiction. This is a contradiction. Hence X belongs to B. And if X belongs to B, this implies your X belongs to closure of A in X, and you are done. Right? That was your claim. We had to show that X belongs to closure of A. We argued and we showed that X belongs to closure of A. Okay, let us go conversely. Conversely, let take X belongs to closure of A in X. Okay, take X belongs to closure of A in X. Now we have to show that every open set containing X intersects A. And to show this, you take some arbitrary open set containing X and show that that arbitrary open set intersects A. Okay, so let us take a set open set. So this is your hypothesis. So to prove the conclusion, for that let us take let U, we have taken U already, so let us take V. Let V be open in X and X belongs to V. This is what you have to show. Every open set containing X intersects A. So you take open set which contains A. Claim it intersects A. That's all. Okay. Let us take V to be the open set in X and X belongs to V. Now suppose claim V intersection A is non-empty. It intersects A means their intersection is non-empty. Suppose not. So suppose V intersection A is empty. Suppose this happens. Then we will get a contradiction. Let's see what contradiction we will get. So V intersection A is empty and we know that V is open. This implies, if this intersection is empty, this implies this A is a subset of complement of V, right, in X. And since V is open, and since this V is open, since V is open, we have X reference V is closed in X. So here X reference X belongs to V, and this implies, and since X belongs to V, and this implies this X will not belong to X reference V, and X does not belong to X reference V. This is contradiction. You analyze why. This is contradiction. Why? Because you stated or you assume that X belongs to closure of A. That means X should belong to all the closed sets which contains A. Here we got a closed set X reference V, which is closed, which contains A, but this should not belong. But X does not belong to X reference V. This is a contradiction. Right? This contradiction, as X belongs to closure of A in X, write the bracket, you write the other justifications what I said. Hence, this contradiction we got because we assume that V intersection A is empty. Hence, V intersection A is non-empty. And that completes your proof. Okay. So, if you take any point in the closure, then if you take any closed set which contains A, then that A should intersect with that set. That's how we have proved this, and we will use this result in the subsequent analysis. Okay. I don't know whether we have given, but let us take this terminology. An open set, in matrix spaces we use this term often. An open set containing a point X is called a GHBO neighborhood of X. In fact, I remember I used the term basic neighborhood. Okay, so neighborhood are nothing but the open sets which contain sets, and we say that it's a neighborhood of X. Okay, so So in future, suppose we are saying that it's a neighborhood, then you know that it's an open set which contains x. And rather than writing neighborhood, the whole terms, we will write NBHD, neighborhood. Okay. Now as I said, we will see a closure on a subspace too. So if you have a whole space and if we have a subspace of it, then how will be the closure of a set in the subspace? That we will see now. Okay. So again, let us take it as a result or theorem. Let Y be a subspace of X. Let us take Y to be a subspace of X, and let us take a set A subset of Y. Now we have to check, then we have to check what is the closure of A in Y in the subspace topology, and this is nothing but Y intersection closure of A in X is X. So to find the closure of A in a subspace topology, you find the closure of that set in the whole space, and then you take the intersection of that with Y, and then you will get the closure of that set in the subspace topology. Okay, let us do this proof. Now here notice that both are sets, and we have to show that this set is a subset of this and this set is a subset of this. Okay, and we will use the previous results what we have proved. Let us take one point here. So let Y belongs to closure of A in Y. You have to show that this Y is in your right hand side. What is the definition of this closure? This implies this Y belongs to intersection of all those sets, say C subset of Y, because you are taking a closure in Y. So you are taking the sets, all closed sets, subsets of Y not belong. Let me use some other notation. Let us take U, or let us take C, closed set. C subset of Y such that first C is closed, first point. Second point, A is contained inside C. This contains inside and this is C. This is how we define closure of A in Y subspace. Okay, this implies since Y belongs to all the subsets which are contained inside Y, obviously this implies this Y belongs to Y. First point. So here we showed that Y belongs to Y. Now we have to show that this Y belongs to closure of A in X. And when you how you can say that this Y belongs to closure of A in X? To show that, we will use this theorem. We have to show that Y belongs to closure of A in X. So you show that every open set containing X intersects A, and if you manage to show that, then this is the result. Okay, so we will use the converse part of it. So let us take some open set in X. Let U be open in X. Let us take some open set, arbitrary open set, and let us take that Y belongs to U. What you have to show is, you have to show that this U intersects A. If that U intersects A, then you are done. That Y belongs to closure of A in X. So here we have U is open in X. This implies U intersection Y is open in Y in a subspace topology, because you have an open set in X and you are taking that intersection of that open set intersection Y. That means this is open in Y, and Y belongs to U intersection Y, because here we already proved that Y belongs to Y, and here you already know that Y belongs to U, so Y belongs to intersection. So let us make it simpler. So let us take V to be U intersection Y, This implies V is open in Y. Okay. And now let us let this. Hence, V intersection A is non-empty. Why? Because you already stated that Y belongs to closure of A in Y. That implies if you take any neighborhood of Y, that will intersect A. And here we got a neighborhood of Y. Of course, neighborhood of Y means it should be open in Y. And we have stated this is open in Y and Y belongs to this. And this implies this V should intersect with your A. And hence this V intersection is non-empty. And let me put this by here. This V will be subset of U because V is nothing but U intersection something. So V should be the subset of U. Now V is a subset of U implies A intersection V is a subset of A intersection U, and let me write here, this is non-empty. This is what we have proved. V intersection is non-empty. This implies A intersection U is non-empty. And what is U? We have taken some open set U which contains Y, and we showed that it intersects A, and that implies this Y belongs to closure of A in X. We started with Y. We have started with Y which belongs to this. We showed that Y belongs to Y and Y belongs to closure of A. Let us write the equation number that will help you. So this is equation number 1. This is equation number 2. From 1 and 2. From 1 and 2. Y belongs to Y intersection closure of A in X. This implies closure of A in Y is a subset of closure of A in X. Okay, so you mark this as star. Conversely, you have to take a point here and show that it's here. So conversely, let Z belongs to Y intersection closure of A in X. You have to show that this Z belongs to closure of A in Y. Alright. And to show that, let us take some open set in Y which contains Z. Let what should we take now? U, V we have taken, so let us take O. O be an open set in Y containing this point Z. Containing this point Z. Your claim is to show that O intersection A is non-empty. This implies Z belongs to closure of A in Y. Okay. So since O is open in Y, this implies there exists an open set. Now what we will take? U, V. So let us take W. There exists an open set W of X open in X such that you can write this O as W intersection Y. Okay, and that implies this Z belongs to W because we have taken this W here. This Z belongs to O, and O is nothing but W intersection Y, so obviously Z will belong to W. Hence what we got is W is open in X, and Z belongs to W, from from here we know that Z belongs to closure of A in X. W is open in X, which contains Z. This implies W intersection A should be non-empty using the previous property. Now check what is O intersection A. O intersection A is nothing but this W intersection Y, intersection with A. O is nothing but W intersection Y. This is same as W intersection Y intersection A. And what is A? What is A? A is a subset of Y. And when you take Y intersection A, it will be equals to A. So we can use that result. Y intersection A is equals to A. So W intersection A, and A is a subset of Y. And what is W intersection A? It is non-empty. This is non-empty. And if this is non-empty, this implies Z belongs to closure of A in Y, because we have taken open set which contains Z, it intersects A. So obviously Z belongs to closure of A, of course in terms of Y. And we have taken a Z from this set. This implies Y intersection closure of A in X contains inside closure of A in Y. Let us take this as double star. From star and double star, we have closure of A in Y is equals to Y intersection closure of A in X. This is what our result was. You can check. Closure of A in Y is equals to Y intersection closure of A in X. Alright. Let me put some examples. You can try by yourself. Examples, theorems, proofs, results you can put based on the closure. First, if A is a subset of B, then what is the relation between closure of A and closure of B? That is, of course, we can easily prove that closure of A in X is subset of closure of B in X. First. Second, if you have two sets A and B, and then you compare the union of A union B and closure of A union closure of B. What is the relation? Whether this is a subset of this set, whether this is a subset of this, or both are equal. So I leave this as exercise. Try to find the relation. That's how you will learn. Third, what about intersection? Closure of A intersection B in X, and what is the relation between that and closure of A in X intersection closure of B in X. Now, of course, again remember that this need not be comparable. So be careful while you find the answer for this. See how it is related. They need not be comparable. That also you may have the choice. Let us take fourth. What happens if you have a closure of A in X? It's a set of course of X, subset of X, and then of that subset you take a closure. Let me put this for you. This is equal to closure of A in X. Do this. Okay. Again, fifth, very simple, and that's how some authors also define the closure of a set. And go back to the definition. Here, you are taking the intersection of all those closed sets which contains A. That means that will be the smallest closed set which contains A. And that's how some authors also define the closure of a set. Okay, so let us, we have defined in some other way, so let us take that as an example, try to prove it. Closure of A in X is the smallest closed set in X containing A. A simple observation, but try to prove it. Then what about the complements? If you have a set A union B, you take the closure of that. You take the closure of that, of course, in X, and then you take the complement of it. This side, you take the complement of closure of A. You take union, intersection, whatever. Check the relations, whether they are subsets, whether they are comparable. Closure of B. What is the relation here? And lastly, as we all know from the discrete, from the matrix spaces course, we know that closure of set of rational numbers in R is nothing but full of R. And using this, we can say this Q is dense in R. Anyways, the definition of dense, those terms will come in the coming lectures. Okay, so you show that this is not empty set; it's a closure, rational numbers. So show that closure of rational numbers in R is nothing but whole of R. Okay, so with this, there are other results too that you can check for the closure of a set. In the next video, we will discuss about the interior of a set. Okay, so this is the smallest closed set which contains A. Closure of A is the smallest closed set which contains A, and then we will check what is the equivalent definition for the interior of a set. Right? So hope you have understood this. If you have any difficulties, you can put this in the comment box or you can message me personally. I will be happy to reply to those comments. See you in the next video.